Welcome back to Automotor Reviews. Today, we're rewinding to an era when comfort meant real steel, chrome meant class, and American luxury ruled the road. We're diving into the 1990 Cadillac Fleetwood Sedan, the car that defined prestige for a generation. In the late 80s and early 90s, Cadillac wasn't just a car brand. It was a symbol, a statement of success, elegance, and pure American craftsmanship. The 1990 Fleetwood stood tall as one of Cadillac's final tributes to traditional luxury before the brand began shifting toward modernity. It was big, bold, and unmistakably Cadillac, a sedan that floated more than it drove, and whispered sophistication with every mile. So let's explore what made the 1990 Cadillac Fleetwood Sedan such an icon, a car that blended tradition, comfort, and class like no other. The 1990 Cadillac Fleetwood Sedan was a monument on wheels, over 18 feet of sculpted luxury and presence. This wasn't a car that blended in, it was designed to make an impression, whether it was gliding down a city boulevard or parked in front of a five-star hotel. At first glance, you notice its commanding stance, long, square, and perfectly proportioned. The body was crafted with precision, using clean lines and sharp angles that defined Cadillac's design language of the era. The Fleetwood carried a timeless silhouette, a long hood, short deck, and broad shoulders that projected confidence and authority. The front end was a masterclass in elegance. Cadillac's signature vertical grille, finished in polished chrome, stood tall between the quad-rectangular headlights. Each headlamp was neatly integrated, framed with chrome bezels that caught the light just right. The hood ornament, the proud Cadillac crest, completed the look, signaling refinement before the engine even started. The side profile was just as impressive. A strong beltline ran the length of the car, emphasizing its length and straight geometry. Chrome trim traced every window and lower door edge, reflecting the sunlight like fine jewelry. White-wall tires and polished wire spoke hubcaps gave it that authentic Cadillac touch, pure 90s luxury with a hint of old-school glamour. Moving to the rear, the Fleetwood kept things understated yet distinguished. Vertical taillights flanked the trunk, framed by chrome strips, while the Cadillac script stretched gracefully across the panel. The rear bumper, large and plated in chrome, completed the look of authority. And when it came to colors, Cadillac offered nothing short of elegance: cotillion white, black sapphire, crimson red, and the classic platinum silver. Each finish carried depth and reflection that perfectly complemented the car's size and shape. Aerodynamics weren't a top priority, this was a car built for comfort and prestige, not corner carving. But the refinement of the design helped it glide smoothly through air, reducing wind noise and giving it a quiet, composed presence on the highway. In short, the 1990 Fleetwood Sedan was a rolling statement, the kind of car that made people stop and look, not because it was flashy, but because it exuded quiet confidence. Step inside the 1990 Fleetwood, and you're greeted by an atmosphere of pure American luxury. The cabin feels like a well-furnished living room, soft, spacious, and inviting. The dashboard layout is simple and elegant, with clear analog gauges, wood-grain trim, and soft-touch materials. The steering wheel is large, wrapped in leather, and adorned with Cadillac's emblem at the center. The seats are wide and deeply cushioned, real armchair comfort. Plush velour upholstery came standard, while supple leather was optional for those who wanted the ultimate Cadillac feel. The center console houses basic climate and radio controls, easy to use and finished in chrome accents. Sound insulation was superb, even at high speeds, the interior remained whisper quiet. Power adjustable seats, automatic climate control, and a premium stereo system made every ride first class. Rear passengers enjoyed generous legroom, soft cushioning, and fold-down armrests. This was true Cadillac comfort. It wasn't flashy, it was dignified, refined, and unmistakably Cadillac. The 1990 Cadillac Fleetwood Sedan carried the beating heart of traditional American luxury, a 4.5-liter V8 engine from Cadillac's HT series. It produced around 180 horsepower and 245 pound-feet of torque. Not about racing, but about effortless motion. Smooth, quiet, and reliable, this engine delivered the kind of relaxed power that made the Fleetwood glide rather than accelerate. Paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission, gear changes were seamless, the kind that made you feel like you were floating rather than shifting. Power was sent to the front wheels, a shift from Cadillac's traditional rear-wheel drive roots, aimed at improving ride comfort and efficiency. On the road, the Fleetwood was unmistakably Cadillac. The steering was light and easy, the suspension soft and forgiving. It absorbed road imperfections with grace, delivering the sensation of sailing over pavement. You didn't drive a Fleetwood, you piloted it. Fuel economy wasn't its strength, hovering around 17 miles per gallon combined, but that was never the point. This was about comfort, refinement, and prestige, not performance metrics. Cadillac equipped the Fleetwood with impressive technology for its time. Electronic climate control, digital fuel readouts, power everything, windows, locks, seats, mirrors, and optional keyless entry. It was packed with features that defined luxury in the early 90s. Safety was also a growing priority. The Fleetwood came with anti-lock brakes, a driver airbag, and reinforced door structures for better crash protection. For 1990, that made it one of the more advanced sedans in its class. The suspension setup featured independent front struts and a rear torsion beam with coil springs, tuned for comfort above all else. Even on rough roads, the ride stayed silky smooth, like a classic Cadillac should. Overall, the 1990 Fleetwood sedan was a car that prioritized serenity. It wasn't about cornering grip or acceleration numbers, it was about turning every journey into a calm, elegant experience. Back in 1990, the Cadillac Fleetwood sedan was a top-tier luxury offering in North America. It appealed to buyers who valued heritage, comfort, and American craftsmanship. Sold mainly in the United States and Canada, it represented Cadillac's golden era before the modern transition of the 1990s. Pricing started around $30,000 at launch, a substantial amount at the time, equivalent to nearly $70,000 today. Optional features and premium trims could push it higher, depending on customization. The Fleetwood name itself carried prestige, associated with handcrafted luxury dating back decades. This 1990 version continued that legacy, bridging classic Cadillac charm with late 20th century sophistication. In today's market, the 1990 Cadillac Fleetwood sedan has earned a cult following among classic car enthusiasts. Its reputation for comfort and durability has aged gracefully. Depending on condition, mileage, and originality, prices can range anywhere from $8,000 for a clean driver to $25,000 for pristine, low-mileage examples. Collectors love it for its presence, its comfort, and the nostalgic feel it brings, a final chapter of old-school Cadillac luxury before the design philosophies began to modernize in the 1990s. The 1990 Cadillac Fleetwood sedan wasn't built for speed or sport, it was built for status, serenity, and satisfaction. It represented an age when comfort came first, when chrome still ruled the roads, and when Cadillac was the standard of the world in American luxury. From its stately design to its whisper-quiet V8, the Fleetwood was a rolling expression of confidence, the kind of car that made you feel important the moment you sat behind the wheel. It's a time capsule of what luxury once meant: handcrafted elegance, soft ride, and the hum of a big American 5.8 beneath the hood. So if you're someone who appreciates classic comfort and wants to own a piece of automotive history, the 1990 Cadillac Fleetwood sedan is worth every glance, every mile, and every moment behind the wheel. Thanks for watching Automotor Reviews, where we bring the past and present of automotive excellence to life. If you enjoyed this cinematic look at the Cadillac Fleetwood, hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe for more timeless rides and modern reviews. Because here at Automotor Reviews, luxury never goes out of style.